All right, in we go. Bad road mine. The road getting up here is definitely bad. So, hard rock in this section. Low overhead, got to crouch a little bit, maybe about 5 feet high here. Very cool, lots of moving air. Someone left a glow stick, that's nice. Barrel. Always wonder what these barrels are for with the track on them, because it looks like it's ore cart track that's been bent and then welded on. And you'd roll the barrel, but then you have this fitting that sticks out. It means you're not going to roll the barrel, so I'm kind of unclear on what that's all about. Okay, continuing on. It's a little area that they went in. Probably a very narrow stope, and then they backfilled. Natural timbers holding it all up. Little dead end. And more of that stope with the ribbing. And we have a decline. Shaft here. There's tons of air moving through. So they used to bring the ore carts up on that. And down yonder. Let me see if I get narrow my beam here. And it definitely goes down a ways.
Does it go back in there at all? This way?
Yeah, it does. And over here is where the hoist would have been most likely. Should have been some sort of fire. Lots of soot. And more open stopage above. Craziness.
Oh, that's neat. Curved rail.
Yeah.
We saw that at another mine. I
Yes.
think that was at, what was that, Victory?
I don't remember. Anyway, that's this little area. Nice big timber holding back more timbers with lots of rock behind them. That's not sketchy at all. You can see up into the stope a ways. You can see there's a lot of soot on the back. So there was some sort of fire in here at some point. Probably will not be going up there. And you can see where the rock is delaminating there. Oh wait, no, that's wood. Hang on, I'll show you a better picture of the rock delaminating. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? More of a stope. Might connect over to that other one. Let's see. It looks like it connects over to the other one that has all the burn in it. But you can see these guys are just using hewn timbers and using them for bracing. And this is a bad area of rock, but you can see that's a better sort of example there of delaminating. That's why they have these supports. And then there was a drift here that's been mostly backfilled just at the entrance, so it's still accessible. I'm going to guess though that this may connect up with it somewhere further on. So since the right hand side is blarked arf, chunk of a powder box, we'll use the left hand rule in this mine. That's good. It's very cool in here. The rock is kind of iffy.
There's some regrowing.
Yeah. I think I just saw a rat, but I'm not sure. Could have been a stope cat. So we go. So that's backfilled. That's like backfilled. Like that. And then, yeah, that connects to the other side.
Look at the cutting. That's hand done.
Yeah, that's
Pickaxes.
Yep, yeah, that's all hand cut. Let's see if we can get it to come out. So all these striations here, it's all from pickaxes busting out this rock.
I don't know. I've seen that in the Sierras at the seen a mine that was done like that. By Irish miners, really. I don't think we've probably ever seen it out here.
So let's see. So we've got boot prints in here, so we're not the first by any means. Somebody came back this way. And we've got another, like a stall that might have fallen partly. Definitely got some rock fall here. We got, all right, so we got a ladder that goes up into probably more stopes. This stall is, maybe this stall was supposed to be like this because it's webbed in pretty well and it's a pocket cut out for it. Stepping in here, so there's another good example of how the rock is delaminating. And when it does that overhead, bad things happen. There's a area that they dug out up yonder. Let's just take a couple more steps in for a quick look. Okay, so what do we got here? So, all right, so the drift continues down that way. Got this ladder, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. You got that, there we go. So that's just all backfilled up there, sitting on timbers. Get around this and have a look. And wow, so that goes up a ways. So you get to that stall, and I don't see how you get to the next ladder, except, oh, okay, so there's another ladder right there. And up, 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 up. Okay. Continuing on a bit. Get my footing. And what do we have here? So we have some sort of a decline here. It's more or less backfilled or collapsed, probably backfill. The looks of it. And all right, so that's stall right there. You can see it. It's right there. Big rope tied to it. That means that we're on effectively a false floor at some point as we move forward. Either a partial or total false floor. Wow, more stopage up there. And let's see. So that looks like pretty fresh rock fall right there. That would have come from probably right there. That's what will do you in a hurry. And I don't understand what this tie off is about, but it's tying off something. Oh wow, so that actually all burned up there too. Or there's soot anyway, the rock itself didn't burn, but that ladder looks brand new. Okay,
That's kind of weird.
continuing right along. Oh, all right, so what have we here? We have a winze where I think you can see bottom, but I'm not sure. Lots of ladders.
Slate incline.
Yeah. So we're in a big stoked out room in here. It's massive. It's actually pretty cool. I've seen bigger, but this is cool. Nothing there. A lot of this is just backfill. You can see where they had excavated and then just filled it back in, probably with the waste rock. And what's this? Some sort of a sardine tin, I guess, maybe, I don't know. ICCH. Don't know what that is. Some sort of tin. you, kind sir.
Alright.
You can see how smooth this is. That's one of the faces of the fault. They were working, I believe that would be the, I think that's the footwall, if memory serves.
I found gobbing.
Gobbing? Have you found gobbing?
This is really weird.
Is it going to smack you in the gobbing?
This is really weird.
How so?
I've never seen this before. It's an almost perfectly square shaft carved out.
So gobbing to backfill that. And then, oh wow. So it's perfectly square and it looks like it takes you up to another level going that way. Wow. That's like pretty good work.
And this nice piece sloughed off.
Yeah, that would really ruin your day. Now, I'm curious to know if the earthquake did that or if that was just going to happen no matter what. And there's another piece that's waiting to come off.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
I don't know. It looks kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, there's dust, but then this would have knocked up a bunch of dust, and then it would have laid down again.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to tell.
It's still very cool in here. It feels a little damper though, but it's not getting warm.
Going.
Gobulicious.
Yeah, this one goes.
Gobuliciousness.
I'm not sure if I have a map of this. It's probably not.
Okay, so more pointless boring. We'll wait. So just to give you an idea of how soft this rock is, even though there's good reverberation, somebody carved something in there. Looks like 05. So, yeah. Not the hardest hard rock mine I've ever been in. Okay, so this drift continues down that way, but the head clearance is about 4 feet. I made it to the end. It just faces out. But right here, right before it gets low head clearance, these are old steel straps used on pieces of 2x4 or other timber as ore cart tracks. So instead of getting the full iron ore cart track, you get some lumber, and then you put steel strap on it, take the abuse of the ore cart wheels, and that's what you would use. That was the low budget version of ore cart trackage right there. So at some point this was a low budget mine. I know that, or actually given where it's at and the accessibility, it could also be that it was lighter to bring timbers and strapping than it was to bring full rail and tons of barrels of spikes and fish plates and all sorts of stuff. So because this is a very difficult to access area, probably figure I'm going to die going down the road on the way out. Very steep. And it is an old mine. I did find some timbers outside and one inside with square nails. Those went out of fashion in the very late 19th century. You went to wire nails. And there are different types of square nails. I don't know how, off the top of my head, to tell if they are hand wrought or if they're wire cut or how they were made, because that can help you further date them. So heading back out the way we came. I think we're gonna go back to that decline shaft. So we followed a little drift and it just goes to the back side of some of the backfill spots we saw. But I thought that was kind of interesting here. So this is where they cut the rock. I need to get the shadow, I'm trying to capture the shadow here. You can see they cut the rock, so it's like a trough or a channel on the ribs and on the back. That's the top. And I'm assuming that was so they could put timbers in there. But the timbers are long since gone, which means they pulled them out to reuse them elsewhere. So this was going nowhere.